calling in spirits. There are, again, different ways to do this, and I find it useful to relate the different ways to, again, kinesthetic, auditory and visual. She's leaving it simple. So an auditory for calling in spirits, a high frequency sound, a bell. So this is when we bell over prayers, and we would bell at the end to lock things in. So this is calling the spirits to us, either at the start to open space, but really that's when they're already fairly close. And this is just okay, now it's time, come over, and lock in almost. So a bell can be used, especially if you've finished working on that Nawi center and you've gone, okay, I think that's done. I'm going to lock everything in there. So it's like saying to the spirits, okay, let's lock it all in, close down, come here, give your attention to this area just to finish. It's like coming in, like the corners of a book, I guess, beginning, middle and end. When you do your healing, you call the spirits in at the beginning, you do your work, and then you also call them to a close and say, thank you for coming, we're going to finish, and lock it all in. The other way that it's more that a curandero will call in spirits is a whistle. You can also whistle and call a certain spirit to you. You're thinking, oh, this person needs, and actually I need one of my guides that I usually work with, or I need a specific medicine doctor, or I'm just going to call in a Native American. You can feel them, and you might find curandero whistling to bring in that energy to assist them with whatever they're doing. Okay, that's another way that is used, but again, sound. Kinesthetic, using, is a bit like when we've activated our tools. So you can ask just in your mind, come, 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 and use their name. So if you're inviting in your middle world guides, you know, come, 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 Chinta, then you heighten your awareness to your body and you feel their presence. Okay? You would feel them come or enter you or come into the room. But this is more a silent asking and a feeling. And you can use all of these really in conjunction with themselves. So either ask in your head or bell and then feel the energy come closer to you. Another one that I think is more visual is when you are making a circle above your head. And it's like you're opening the space above your head and using this circle to build the power and call in the energy to you. So you would be doing it above your head like this, calling, calling, calling. And you can either see a swirling vortex opening above your head. If you're really visual, you can use this to see it open and see the gift coming down, or see the spirit, see the energy being then delivered through this galaxy that you've created above your head. It's like creating a spiritual storm that you're building the power and asking for it to come. And then it comes through. But then you might have a beam, or you might have a spirit come down, or you might see an orb come down. And this one is a bit more visual, that you're asking to be shown, and something will come down from the heavens. But any of those you can use the other senses with. But for me, this one, opening and seeing it coming down, is a bit more visual. The bell obviously is making a sound, is a bit more auditory. And asking in your head and really feeling something come into your body is much more kinesthetic. But you can use all three of those together. So when you're doing visual, you can do that. You can perhaps even make a sound while you're doing it. And then you can feel the energy come down, right? So you can use all of your senses for either one of those things when you're doing a bell. You might also feel the energy come in, see the gift that they're bringing or whatever it is. So, but I do feel that those kind of three ways have their predominant senses and the other ones kind of come in. So it's up to you. You might find a favourable way of calling in spirits and that's your go-to, or you might just, depending on what you're doing, go to a different one of those. Okay? We tend to sort of use all of them. I'm not quite sure if there's any other ways. Obviously you can ask out loud. You don't need to ask in your head. And asking out loud is usually, the traditional word is hompi hompi. Hompi hompi means come, come. So hompi hompi sasha mama will be come, come serpent. So you're calling serpent to you. Calling in spirits. Lovely. Upi chai.